Alright, let's build in the arcade. So this corner is going to become the retro gaming corner. And so we're going to take the card cases down. I'll put them back up in the hallway later. And then, so that'll be phase 1. Phase 2, we will get this moved over to where the card cases are. And then we'll move the computer desk over there. And then we'll bring the third cubicle in, and in theory this shouldn't be too terrible. Okay, so it got kind of complicated to keep the time lapse going. So this is kind of where we're at. The desk is too wide to really leave a walkway through here because of how far I had to push the couch down to get the organizer in, and this still feels kind of small, so I haven't completely decided. I'm not like fully satisfied with it, but for right now it'll be fine. Put the chair in front, you can sit and play. And I'm just not super happy with it, but I don't really have a better idea right now. Part of the problem is with that heat vent right there, I can't really go any further to the right. Like, I just feel like I want it to be like bigger, but at the same time, that's enough space to hold, 12 retro consoles. Really 13 to 14, because you can throw ones up on the top next to the sets. And the couch is pretty well okay where it is. So then I just need to find something to put here. Maybe I could probably fit arcades in there. I could probably fit 2 more arcades there. That's way down the road, but that's a thought. I don't know. It'll work. I'm not super thrilled about it, but it'll work. So I'm gonna go to bed, and then we'll pick this back up tomorrow and we'll keep working on it. Alright, so I'm not even sure how long it's been since the last part to this video. I want to say it's Monday now, so 4 days maybe. Made some good progress with a lot going on that's just kind of been bits here and there and not enough to really put anything together. A lot of stuff's gone down since 5 seconds ago in video land, but we're gonna pick up where we've got. That lamp is gonna stay, that's part of the aesthetic. This lamp will eventually kind of move over to the other side with the sit on top of the computer case. So we've got most everything laid out. I am waiting on the AV switchers and then power the 1-foot power cords to plug multiple transformers into a power squid. And one thing to keep in mind, for one, these aren't going to be used a whole lot, and while I've got a lot plugged in, most of the times the power strip itself will be turned off, and even when it's not, most of these older consoles don't use standby power. I think the only 2 here that use standby power would be the PS2 and the Wii. The rest of them, when they're off, they're generally off. So the thing to remember with older consoles is that because they're not the primary and you don't play them a lot, you can get away with a little bit more. But we have been using the corner. It's pretty cool setup. I've got most stuff I think the only thing I'm really missing from down here is the GameCube, which is still in storage somewhere. Saturn and Dreamcast, I think, are the only thing I'm missing from the AV consoles. So this is almost done. It's nice because I can just roll my chair right over when I want to play, and then the kids have their chair that they can play with. So we're making good progress there. Today I got in the Genesis controller stand off eBay because Rose does not make one for these. So this was pretty cool, about the same price point. So I'm happy with that. I got a Rose stand. Well, I got the Wii Pro controller on display. So that's up there. I've got a stand. I don't remember if I had the stand for the Wii U gamepad or not, but that's up there. I have a stand for the Super Nintendo controller, but that'll go up after I get the other shelf up, which I intend to do tomorrow and get video of it and just tack it on to this vlog as well. So we are making good progress on what I am trying to work on right now. Alright, so next day, I got the rest of the rope light hung. Now these are just Better Homes and Gardens rope lights from Walmart. They run like $16.98 for 16 feet. I did have Govies up, however, they are expensive and it doesn't sit right with me when it pops up on my Wi-Fi as Shenzhen properties. Partially because I'm not a super China spying on everybody conspiracy theorist, but when you charge like $90 for a product and you don't even change the SSID to your company name and you just leave it generically Shenzhen products, I'm not paying that kind of money for your product because you clearly don't even care enough to actually like put Govee light strip as your Wi-Fi SSID. So I went with just these instead, just basic rope lights, and they look perfectly fine. Perfectly happy with them. At some point I'll mess with the ceiling. That was tested to see what was underneath it, and if these tiles were asbestos. They are not asbestos. So the plan is to clear off as many of the glue spots as I can. Fortunately, they were lazy when they glued them, and re-drywall it, because my drywall technician says that it's not worth trying to fix all of this. Just put a new layer over top and finish it up. So that is coming. Yes, I know the ceiling is ripped apart. I go back and forth between wanting to do the ceiling and take down the paneling and make the room a lot nicer, or just leave it as is because I can put whatever I want in the walls and I don't have to worry about patching it later, and it's just much easier to just put whatever I want wherever I want. So that's kind of where it's at for that, because I've got more action figures to put up. But anyway, enough rambling. This section of the video, we are going to put up our shelves. Now this is just a basic 6-foot shelf board from Lowe's that I ripped in half on my table saw, and they actually legitimately are about as close to dead even as I think I'm probably ever going to get, which makes me very happy. No, you will never see actual video of me doing the cutting, because one thing I've learned from watching YouTube is that when it comes to saws or anything with noise, no matter what you do, no matter how many precautions you take, you are going to have somebody tell you that that is not the way you should do it. And I'm not even going to bother inviting all of that fighting into my comments. So these are going to go up above the arcades. So that is our next step. Alright, and that is complete, and honestly it looks pretty okay. This section is for handheld consoles, and then some miscellaneous display stuff that I really don't have anywhere better to put. So that bottom shelf will fill as I acquire handheld consoles, but I've got expansion room for them to go. And then to the other side is now controller display. And then we got the Super Nintendo controller built up there too. So I've got another rose order to put together next time I have some extra cash, so keep getting more stuff and chipping away at it. I've looked into trying to buy a 3D printer or an acrylic cutter to try to make my own stands, but it's just not really worth the cost. Plus I have no idea what I'm doing, so it just kind of not something that's really in the cards for right now. So just kind of keep picking up stands as I can and just keep going with it. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, get it edited, and clean some cartridge games, because a lot of the ones that I picked up are dirty. So that's the next project. Catch you later.